Hi, I'm Mary Jo Courier, and this is Chef Christopher. We're from St. Anne's Spa. Welcome to this week's edition of Intermission. So, Chef, what are we up to this week? Something to do with stir fry?
We're going to show you how to thicken a sauce or a soup without gluten. So today we're just going to do a basic vegetable stew. Little vegetable oil in the pan, just to show you the difference between gluten and no gluten. A little bit touch of seasoning because our sauce has lots of seasoning in it. And then the gluten, instead of using regular flour, which you would make a roux out of, or you would add flour and water, like people used to do on a when they made turkey dinner or roast beef dinner, and add it to their sauce and thicken it. Instead, we'll use cornstarch, arrowroot, to make it a little. It's a little viscosity is a little thinner, but it's better for you, and your body can digest it better because the protein in the gluten in the flour, regular flour,
okay,
they're not digesting properly. So I just have a little bit of onion and some peppers.
And you can apply this to anything that needs thickening. So you said soup, gravy?
Sauce, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you explained to me earlier what a roux was, but can you...
A roux is a fat and a flour, equal parts added together, and then you cook them, and then you add it to thicken your sauce.
Okay.
So add a little bit. You have to put cold water in, or you can put cold vegetable stock or juice, depending on what you're making. And I'm saying arrowroot because cornstarch now we're finding there's a lot of allergies for cornstarch, so you have to be careful with that.
So arrowroot over any of the other alternative flours that we've talked about?
Yes.
How come?
It doesn't have a flavor that you can taste when you're doing it. So put a little bit of stock in, which is like a teriyaki base. And the thing with arrowroot or cornstarch, you put a little bit in, stir it around, and you have to wait a second because you're putting cold water into a hot sauce, and you have to wait for it to release the starch. You see how it's thickened now?
Yeah. So
quickly with a little bit. And that's where people make their biggest mistake, is they put way too much in, and it congeals. So we're going to give you a little sample to try. And see if you can see the difference with no flour, just using...
Would you normally serve this with rice or?
Rice or noodles, or you could even add a protein to it, shrimp, chicken, fish, beef.
Okay.
It's just the bases.
Yep, I like that. Thanks, Chef Christopher. I'm becoming a better cook every week, thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Intermission. See you next week.
This intermission was brought to you by St. Anne's Spa. For the recipes from today's show, visit stannns.com and click on the blog on the homepage.